What's good, 9197 gamers? This is your boy Tyler 9197, Man of God 9197, yes Lord, Black Wolf 9197 or 9197. Back with another video for y'all, and this time this is gonna be quite different actually. This is something that I didn't really think I was gonna do a video on, but I feel like this has to be talked about because it does affect my game. If y'all don't know, if y'all been watching my content or haven't watched my content like at this point, I am a Paladins content creator. So I make content for Paladins, especially now. I've been enjoying the game, loving it, all that stuff. So here's something about Hi-Rez with this news about some layoffs, which it does include Evil Mojo. I gotta talk about it. I really do. I don't know if other people gonna talk about it. They probably will, but I for sure gotta talk about it. But besides that, y'all, by the time you watch this video, it's gonna be by the time you watch this video, this is gonna be from yesterday, which is gonna be it's October 1st, and by the time you watch this video, it's October 2nd. But still, it's still gonna be recent, very recent enough that for y'all to definitely need to see this. So but yeah, y'all, so what I want to do is I want to talk about from right here, because I'm on Twitter right now, and I want to go ahead and talk about the CEO Stewart. I did Cheese Sam, but I'm just called Stewart, or I'm just say Stu, just to make it easier, right? We're gonna talk about Stu, the CEO of Hi-Rez, and I want to talk about this long passage he's talked about regarding the layoffs, and then of course the big focus Smite 2, which I want to get into that in a second, but I do want to read through this. I'm gonna basically read the whole thing because I feel like it's really important, and especially the points I'm gonna get off by the time y'all you're watching this video. So anyway, so let me go ahead and cut to the chase and start reading it. So this is what the man CEO from Hi-Rez Stewart says. So this man said, "Today, we are making some difficult but necessary changes to ensure Hi-Rez long-term success, with a specific focus on positioning Smite 2 for a long and sustainable future." I mean, which makes sense because that's their new game, for a sequel to their the game they already had with Smite. So Smite 2, you already know. But anyway, as a part of this internal reorganization and prioritizing, forgive me, y'all, I don't know why I can't say the word prioritization. Yeah, we are laying off some team members across Hi-Rez. This will this oper but this was wait this poor proportionate y'all, I can't talk. I'm gonna forget that word. Impact those in marketing and publishing roles, as well as some from our Evil Mojo, which make Paladins, which that's important. That's the main reason why I wanted to make this video, because I mean, layoffs is just bad overall. I feel bad for devs, especially just losing their jobs in general, but for Evil Mojo specifically, because this is my content. So yeah, I need to talk about it. So Evil Mojo, in G and A, I don't know who that one is. I don't know who G and A is. If y'all know, write down below. Or I probably can look it up later on, but still, if y'all do know, write down below, because I don't know top of my head. And then I know Titan Forge, I think that's the one that that's making Smite 2, right? Yeah, I think that's the Smite team just overall. Titan Forge divisions, the game team roles impacted this proper proper tune. I can't say, look, forgive me, y'all. I cannot talk right now. Affect our team working on cosmetic, skin, content, and system features. This news has a real human impact at a tough time for workers in this industry, which it really has been. Just overall in gaming in general, it has been really bad. Each impacted individual is a talented and dedicated professional who has poured their heart and soul into our games. Letting them go is a heartbreaking decision, reflects a failure in my leadership, and for one which I take personal accountability. I mean, it sounds like some PR stuff, but yeah, because people are losing their jobs, but at the same time, it's one of those things, y'all. It's like if you're not working internally, you don't know what happened internally. So it's like it's kind of one of those gray areas. It's like, you don't want to see nobody lose a job, especially the devs who work their butts off for these games. You're like, man, like these layoffs, this sucks. This really does suck. But at the same time, we don't know what happens internally that, business wise, we really don't know what the heck's going on. So, he may feel like that. Hopefully, he do feel some accountability with that, because that people are losing their jobs. But at the same time, I don't know. Sometimes this just might be a PR talk. So I don't know. But still, just hopefully, this is something that Hi-Rez would get together going forward, because it's still bad people losing their jobs. So these are all good people who contribute positively to the company. None should view this as a personal failure. Of course, nobody can feel like a personal failure, especially they work in the industry. They making games, and they join their work. It's just sad, because it's like they feel like they got the greatest job ever. They working to do what he want to do, and then something like this happens. It's like, well, dang, that's rough. It's really sad. I extend my deepest thanks to them for their con- contributions to the company and their role in helping uh, entertain and bring joy to millions of players. 1 second, y'all. I'm gonna need some water. This move follows a comprehensive review of our strategy and operations. In the game division, we have decided to concentrate our efforts entirely. Look, y'all, this is the key thing that I wanted to bring up right here. This right here, I'm going to highlight it. Right here. This right here, I feel like this is really important to see. 1 second, I just had it right. Yeah, this is important right here. They said, in the game division, we have decided to concentrate our efforts entirely. Look, like I said, y'all, you see it entirely on Smite 2 outside of small teams supporting light updates. Light, not big updates, light updates for Paladins and Smite 1. And this is the problem for me, y'all, right there. Hi-Rez is pretty much putting all their eggs in one basket into Smite 2, which to me, I feel like that is not a smart idea to do. But this is my thing. Like, I'm not gonna act like I'm a Smite player, because I haven't really played Smite like that. I played it a little bit, but not enough to really see it. Like, I really like the game enough to really want to really like play it, because I only played like a tad bit. But my thing with Smite 2 is, like, you put all your eggs in one basket on this game, but you literally have a whole other game, which is Paladins, that is still has a loyal fan base that still play this game to this day, and you're not trying to really do anything with it. And you telling me you putting all your eggs in one basket into Smite 2 just because that game is gonna be the base? Because I know that's their new game to go, like, for the sequel of Smite to be like in what, Unreal Engine 5, right? The next new paint on, like you put all your eggs on that, yo. It's like, this my thing. Like, it's one thing. I'm saying, because like I said, I'm not a Smite player, so I don't know all the ins and outs and stuff like that of like how Smite is, like how the popularity of really how how the popularity of that game is. But still, you put all your eggs in one basket into Smite 2, which you have a whole nother game that's still has a life to it. That's not a dead game. Like, like a lot of people like to say a dead game, like Paladins a dead game, but it's not a dead game. It's still very much life in the game. I mean, I wouldn't go as far as say if it's life support. It's not even that. It's still have life in the game. That's still getting content, which I'm grateful of. They still doing that. But my thing is like you focus it all on Smite 2. That's just not a good idea. That's just not a good idea. Like really, it's not. But all right, but let's go ahead and continue. Within Smite 2, we are almost exclusively prioritizing gameplay development in the near term, such as new modes and gods, as well as quality improvements over some cosmetic and monetization features previously planned in the run up to the game's free to play launch next year, which we already know is a free to play game, no different than like Paladins, but you basically saying you just focus on that game like bump Paladins, which I'm like, you already did Rogue Company dirty, like that game. Technically, like unfortunately, is a dead game now because, like, if I'm not mistaken, like that game haven't had like a content in a whole year, if I'm mistaken, or longer. But still, like that's one thing. It's like you basically you let one game basically died, and you still got two, your main two, but one you basically not really doing anything with, and then the other one you just put a everything like we go like it's like we're going all in on that one game, which I don't feel like it's a good idea because like I'm just saying like you putting all your eggs in one basket to Smite 2, but you got to make sure that Smite 2 is going to be good enough to sustain itself, that the player's still gonna be engaged in the game. Because like I said, I don't know the current state of Smite. I don't know how the players or Smite players feel, or if somebody is a Smite player, please write about down below how you feel about the current state of the game. Do you feel like the Smite 2 is gonna, you feel like boost it back up with excitement, or are y'all is the Smite community split on it? Like I want y'all guys thoughts on this. So if y'all Smite fans, write down below because I really want to hear y'all thoughts on it. But notably, the core dev team currently working on Smite 2 after these changes is still a significant size, larger than Smite 1 team was throughout most of its life cycle outside of a period during or shortly after the pandemic. The team working on gods and gameplay features versus skins and monetization progression system features yada 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 is a larger than Smite 1 team ever was for such features. Our goal for Smite 2 is, in the near term, is to create the best possible game experience for our community and a game that provides joy to players and can sustain itself long into the 2030s. Which, obviously, I know just like any company, you do want to think ahead, they want to plan ahead, which I get that. But at the same time, like I said, like, what's the current state of Smite? Like for real, y'all, what's the current state of Smite? Like I said, I really would like anybody who's Smite fans, please write down below because like I want to know what's the current state of Smite. Do y'all feel like Smite 2 is gonna be the big hype that you want from the game? Do you feel like this is what the game needs? Like I really want to know down below. Like what do y'all really think with Smite 2? Because like I said, I don't know if for them to put all their eggs in one basket on this game, is it like is it like feel like this what the game really needed? Of course, I feel like just like an update to a game, like with a new engine and stuff like that, or up to date engine and stuff like that. I feel like that's always a cool thing, but still, just overall, I'm talking about as far as the core mechanics, characters, all that in the game. Is this what it needed? Especially if you're a Smite fan, please write down below. As we've gained experience through the alpha, the process of migrating gods from Smite 1 to Smite 2 is now clearer, and we also better understand what players want from the game. We are doubling down on to ensure this transition meets player expectations and moves faster. Taking into account the lessons we have learned in the early alpha, while these changes are difficult, we believe they are necessary, and we will emerge stronger from them. We appreciate your continued support and understanding during this challenging period, and the support to thanks. I mean, and the support and thanks you give these employees who are impacted and have given so much of their passion and time to help entertain us all. Thank you for standing by us as we build the future of Hi-Rez and Smite 2. That right there, y'all, like that last part right there, as we build the future of Hi-Rez and Smite 2. It just basically saying like we just focus Smite 2 and that's it. Like, you serious? Just Smite 2. You literally have a whole nother game on the side, Paladins, that still has a loyal fan base, but it seems like you don't even care. Like, do y'all just don't care? Like, Hi-Rez. Like I said, I'm not trying to go at Smite 2. Like I'm I'm against the game or nothing like that, or anything like that. But see, this is my big thing, y'all. Like, from just reading all this affects my game with Evil Mojo, with Paladins. It affects it when you have this right here. When it said some like Evil Mojo and the rest of some of the other divisions that got affected from these layoffs. And then on top of that, especially when you have this, y'all, right here, when it says we have decided to concentrate our efforts entirely on Smite 2 outside of small teams supporting light updates for Paladins and Smite 1. And see, that's my thing. It's like y'all telling us that you don't give a crap about Paladins for the most part. You said you can still have some light updates. The game is still alive, but Hi-Rez, you really saying you don't care about Paladins, which that is the other game that is still strong and have a loyal fan base that's still going, regardless of where its current state is still alive, that you don't want to do nothing with, which I don't understand. I don't get it. Like, why would you focus all your efforts on just Smite 2 if you have a whole nother game that's still just much alive? And I mean, I can't really say how big the fan base before the current state of Paladins right now, but I don't know how, like, but I feel like if Paladins had esports, like, esport competitions and stuff like that, no different than Smite, why the heck you focus just only on Smite, but you had this other game that I feel like deserves to, like, if you do a 2 for Smite, I feel like Paladins deserve a 2 as well. I don't know if that was ever in the cards or it was something that they thought about, but my thing is Paladins deserve a 2 as well. It really does. I want to switch to I know I'm sorry, I'm gonna butcher her name, unfortunately. I want to say is it Crytek? I just say it like that. I'd say Crytek, but am I wrong? And if you are and Crytek, I'm gonna say, hey, if you watch this video and you see me talk about you right here, just please just know that, forgive me. I don't mean to correct your name wrong, but I want to talk about, and she is a associate a game designer for Paladins, which I just, you see, I recently just followed her too, because I feel like she definitely, like, keeps people update with the game. So yeah, so I wanted to talk about it. So let me go ahead and read what she has to say. So for Crytek, she says, so let's chat about the future. Despite today's painful and frustrating events, Evil Mojo's team size did not change after today's events, which is good. Because I mean, I don't know the team size for, obviously, for Paladins, but if this is already small, it don't need to get smaller at all. So we did lose a person, and we welcome another back from Titan Forge. However, we have lost others over the past few months and missed them, which is really sad, y'all. Especially if you have good co-workers, y'all making the game, y'all having a good time, and then just getting laid off. It's really rough in the game industry right now, y'all. Especially with all these layoffs, like, it's really a sad state right now where the game industry is in right now, like, very much. I'm going to repost that too. because I feel like it's really important. Anyway, okay, so now she said our team is small, but we have a lot we want to accomplish and our plans prior to today's reorganize remain intact. We aim to release a large update later this month, bringing a new event pass, changes to over 20 plus champions, and several surprises we think players will love, which I'm all in for because I'm going to be here for it. We then plan to release one more regular update this year, right before our usual holiday break. We already began planning for 2025 and updates with new features, improvements, and balance changes with room for community needs. Evil Mojo remains dedicated to Paladins. This right here, y'all. This right here, what she says right here. This is the big part for me right here. When she said we already began planning for 2025 and updates with new features, improvements, balance changes with room for community needs. Even Evil Mojo remains dedicated to Paladins. So basically, y'all, from this right here, I'm going to talk. Look, this right here, this is for the Paladins community, or just Paladin fans, people who new, or veterans, or just love Paladins and want the game to succeed. Y'all, this right here. This right here, this is where I want to say for the Paladins community, we need to support Evil Mojo, y'all. We need to support Paladins. If that either means doing hashtags, showing clips of Paladins, show your love for Paladins. Look, even if it's a small chance that Hi-Rez can hear our voices, talk about them about Paladins. Talk about them to like, hey, you put all your eggs in one basket for this game, but you want to do nothing to our game? Like, for real, y'all. Y'all Paladin fans, we need to speak up. Do push the game as strong as we can. Cause I'm so sick and tired seeing people say dead game, dead game, dead game. But you got this message from the game designer, and I think she was a community manager at one point too, if I'm not mistaken, saying that they have plans for 2025 for next year for Paladins. So that means this game is not dead. This game is still have life. We need, as a community, keep this game alive. So support Evil Mojo. Y'all, we gotta support them. We gotta support Paladins. Y'all, that even means if we gotta break the servers, like play the game and break the servers, we gotta do what we gotta do, y'all. Like, I don't care. Like, we need to save Evil Mojo, y'all. We gotta save him. And I truly believe that for people who are fans of Paladins or part of the Paladins community, we need to keep our game alive. And I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I recently got back into Paladins. I played that game years ago, but now where I'm at right now, I'm making content for the game. If y'all have watched any of my content for Paladins so far, hopefully you have enjoyed it. But my big point I'm trying to get across is that, y'all, like, I played this game in a short amount of time, but I'm already in love with the game that I really want to support this game. I really want this game to be successful, and I feel like truly, y'all, like, we got to keep this game alive. And the only way we're gonna do that is like we gotta go to them doors of Hi-Rez, knock on it, like, hey, you got Paladins still alive. Make it 2. if that's a possibility, let's make Paladins 2. I mean, because at the end of the day, it's like, here Hi-Rez putting all their eggs in one basket into just Smite 2, y'all. I feel that's bad. It's really making you feel like you're basically, I'm trying to almost feel like you're just abandoning Paladins. I mean, I know for some people say like Hi-Rez been abandoned Paladins, whatever, but still, it don't matter. Look, my thing is the game's still alive, because if the game was truly dead, Hi-Rez would have shut it down a long time ago. For this game to still be alive, to still have a player base, people still love the games, people still watching content for Paladins. My thing is, we need to keep this game alive. So that means hashtags, whatever, y'all, we got to keep this game alive. And I truly feel like if you are a Paladins fan and want this game to grow and be successful, speak your voice to Hi-Rez. Let them know. Like, Hi-Rez, you got to keep this game alive. We want more from our game. And I feel like you focus on this one game, but you need to focus on this one. In my personal opinion. That's serious, y'all. Because I'm so sick and tired of seeing people say dead game, dead game. It's like, do y'all really want Paladins to die? I'm not saying the game is going to die, but my thing is still, though, y'all, like, if you really care about the game, you should care about these layoffs, because this is a big deal. To me, this is really a big deal, because, like, I started my content with Paladins. At this point, I started my content with Paladins. Man, I'm telling y'all right now, I'm going to continue to play Paladins until the game dies. I'm locked in. I'm good. Like, if the ship going down, I'm going down with the ship. I'm dead serious, y'all. I'm going down with the ship with Paladins if this is the case. But for right now, I'm going to go ahead and let me go back. But for right now, like, let me just continue, because I know I kind of did my little rant right there, but I really feel like y'all gotta hear that. Like, for if you are Paladins fans, this is important. So right here, our game has one of the most loyal and passionate communities, and we believe Paladins can not only continue but improve itself and reach new and returning players. That's what I'm saying, y'all. Speak up. Let people know that you care about Paladins. Like, we gotta, if you Paladins community, we gotta speak up. We got to keep our game alive. I played this game recently, made content recently in this game, and I'm already in love with the game, man. I'm telling y'all, I feel like I'm part of the community now. I care about this game now. I want this game to succeed. I enjoy everything about Paladins, what we have so far, and I want more from this game, so y'all need to speak up for real. Now, times can feel uncertain, but we have a future, and we're going to fight for it. We love it if you support us. Y'all, support them. Support Evil Mojo. Stop playing games, y'all. We need to support Evil Mojo. For real. Real talk. We need to support them. For real. But once again, if her name is Crytek, hopefully I said it right. If I said it wrong, please forgive me. By the time you watching this video, please forgive me. But y'all, like, I had to talk about this. I want to basically let you know, especially as a Paladins content creator now, do whatever videos, clip, shorts, whatever, whatever, y'all. Keep this game alive, because the last thing I want this game just to die and all Hi-Rez got just Smite. Which, like I said, I'm not trying to diss Smite 2. I'm not trying to diss it, but it's just the fact I feel like for a CEO to only focus on one game, but knowing that there's a whole nother fan base that cares about this other game that is still very much alive, that he even got content still thinking about for going into next year, and you not doing nothing with it. Like, for real. But anyway, hopefully y'all enjoyed this 9197 news. Hopefully y'all enjoy it. I really feel like I had to talk about this, and I really do care. Like, I really truly do care about this, y'all, because like I said, whatever happens to Evil Mojo and whatever happens to Paladins, it's gonna affect me too, because that's my content. But it ain't gonna affect me, it's gonna affect even the current content creators for Paladins. So this had to be talked about. But anyway, this is it for the video, y'all. Hopefully hit the like, follow, subscribe, all that good stuff. But more so, it's not me just really just say, like, go ahead, subscribe, follow me, like, like kind of like the regular videos. But this to me is more trying to be really serious about just like, y'all, like, share this around, let people know, or just overall just like, hey, if you're a Paladins fan, keep Evil Mojo alive. Support the game, y'all. Support the game. Buy them event passes. Buy them cosmetics and stuff like that. Whatever. Just support Evil Mojo. I'm not saying like the other studios don't matter. Like they just matter just much as Evil Mojo. But my issue is more so that Hi-Rez try to focus only on Smite 2. Like only on that game. But they got Paladins right here that still very much alive. And I don't want Paladins to go down the route like how Rogue Company is, where they just basically like Hi-Rez abandoned that game and basically got no content no more. Or they don't have no content. And it just the game is just there just to be there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But anyway, I love you guys. Peace. 9197 out.